Hey beautiful people, hope you all are doing very well today. Welcome back to the Young and Independent Show, where we discuss a variety of topics to help young folks live lives that are spiritually fulfilled, lives that are value added, lives that are less materialistic, and lives that are financially independent. I'm your host, Seal, and today I'd like for us to talk about the types of people that are hurting your business, especially if you've got a service business. There's something very peculiar about customer service in Africa. I don't know. Well, let me be precise. In Cameroon, where I've lived most of my life, and I would say Francophone Africa mostly. Anglophone Africa is another ball game. I've been to Anglophone African countries, and I've always felt so welcomed, and the customer service has been top notch. Especially when I went to South Africa, I thought, oh my God, these guys need to come over immediately and train people in Cameroon how to serve customers. You know, most young entrepreneurs, they have great business ideas, but they find it incredibly hard to find the right horses for their courses. People to execute these ideas. That's the tough nut to crack when it comes to Francophone Africa. You know, you see someone sets up a great business. I am a victim of that lack, or of these problems. I'm a victim. It's very frustrating. It is very frustrating. And in an economy where people cannot be confident and comfortable enough to invest their money and find the right people to help them grow their business, it is hard. You know, people work very hard for their money, and so it's going to be difficult for them to come and put their money where they feel like their chances of losing the money is much higher than their chances of making, anything out of their investments. And this is even more frustrating because human resources are a very crucial and critical success factor to all businesses. I don't care the business that you have, but without humans or the appropriate humans for that business, it's not going to go anywhere. It's like putting on gold on a pig. He's going to run right into the mud and rub everything off and mess everything up. You can have a great business, but if you have the wrong people at the helm of it, you will lose everything and you will have to start all over again, which is very unpleasant. I just wanted to discuss some of the common problems that service businesses especially face. The first thing is poor customer service. I'll just tell a short story regarding this. So one time a friend was visiting Cameroon and he wanted to have some ice cream. So we went over to a really beautiful, very nicely constructed ice cream parlor. It looked really bougie and all that. And it was in the bougie side of the town. For those who know Douala, Bonapriso. But we walked in I thought, why is no one here? It was empty. I was like, well, cool. We're going to have the place all to ourselves. We're going to be served pretty quickly, and we'll feel free to chit chat and laugh. But it took more than an hour for us to get served because I wanted a burger. He wanted something to eat as well besides the ice cream. The ice cream was going to be like some sort of dessert. After waiting for an hour, his food, I asked her, at some point around 45 minutes into the waiting time, I asked the hostess, I said, excuse me, in French, when are we going to get our food, please? She was like, well, madame, please, can you wait? I was like, okay, no problem. Waited 15 minutes more, and they brought the friend's food. And my food wasn't forthcoming. 10 minutes later, so I put my hand up again and she came back to me. I was like, so where's my own food? She's like, well, I've asked you to wait already. Why can't you just wait? I was like, oh my goodness, are you joking? You're talking to me like that? Seriously, after waiting for more than an hour? And she had such an attitude. She was so rude. And guess what? I just said, I'm not going to have it anymore. What are you going to do to me? Nothing. And what has that done to the business? The business has had to make the food will not be consumed, the customer is not going to hand over their money, and what's going to happen to this food? Either it's eaten by the kitchen staff and not accounted for as income, or is put into the bin and still not accounted for as income. Who is losing? The business owner. Imagine how many clients may face that experience and walk away. Sometimes people even come to a restaurant, especially, and generally service business is where you have to talk to someone, or someone has to serve you. You have to deal with someone to serve you. I've been in situations where people have just gotten upset and walked away, and every customer that walks throughout the door, they're living with your money. You have got the service, they've got the money. If they don't give it to you, or if barter doesn't happen, if trade doesn't happen, then you are the loser. You are the loser because they're going to go to your competition. The next thing is lack of appropriate skills, for the job. So new business owners often make the mistake of hiring good people with the wrong skills for the right job. I'll explain. So you might know someone who is fantastic, very polite, very beautiful, but they just don't know how to cook. You make them the chef of your restaurant. What's going to happen is that they're going to cook food that is not edible by your customers, and your customers are not going to come back. And when your customers don't come back, they will tell their friends that don't go there. And if their friends don't go there, no one is going to come. At the end of the day, your expenses or your overheads will be more than your income, and you will have no other option than to shut the business. It is extremely important. Sometimes you might have someone, people a lot of times say that for customer facing jobs, people have to have pretty women. Generally, you would see air hostesses in banks, those who are at the customer service desk, that are always very beautiful, or they're very, the physical appearance, they're always spot on. But some of these ladies or men who look so handsome and all that, they've got such nasty characters. They have the attributes of what we want to see when we walk through the door, but they don't have the character that is lasting for that job. That's another example. So you want to choose, for cooking, even if your chef is very impolite, you want to have him in the kitchen if he's a very good cook. After all, he's not going to face your customers. Let the customer service person be impolite and look, not so pretty at societal standards. I've always said that everyone is beautiful, but I'm just talking based on societal standards. And do a great job, a fantastic job at, satisfying your clients. Than to have someone who is the other way around, beautiful and very rude. So it's very important to take that into consideration. The next thing is poor time management, insufficient workflow, wasted time, missed deadlines, poor quality work. Most customer service staff fail to understand the notion of time management. Like in the example of the ice cream parlor I mentioned earlier, ignoring the customer's patience threshold can be very costly, to the business, not to them, because at the end of the day, they're waiting to be paid. They don't care how many customers you lose. They'll just expect you, especially in Cameroon, it is just so annoying that people expect you to pay them, even though they're noticing that the money is not coming in. They expect you to pay them, even though they are deliberately or indirectly sending away the clients that are supposed to put the money into the coffers. They expect you to pay them at the end of the month. It is very sad. It is very sad. When you have staff who are not time conscious, people walk away. Some are so sluggish. When you go into a venue, you see the way she's typing behind the counter, you can cry. Have you ever walked into a bank and you're on a massive queue and the staff is just taking her time? She would do stuff, drink some tea. It is just so, it is so annoying. And customers are just leaving. Those who have time constraints, they're just walking out. They can only wait for too long. They'll just start exiting. You see a mass exodus of people. Sometimes, one time I went to a restaurant, I was already eating, so I was a happy person. But as this couple that had been sat there, I felt sorry for them. I'm not going to lie. They had been waiting for their food for more than 30 minutes. And then they asked for their food again. They said their food was coming. They waited for an extra, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes. And what they did was that they just walked away. When the servants came out with the food, they had left. The chef's time had been wasted. The resources had been wasted. And customers really value speed, and they'll pay top dollar for any business that satisfies these needs of really having their time management into or at heart, or taking it into consideration. The richest man in the world, Jeff Bezos understands this quite well. He knows that, time is money. That's why when you buy something from Amazon tries to ship it out to you within 24 hours, sometimes the same day. That makes customers really happy. If you want your business to succeed, look for people who are swift. There are some people who are really swift, and put them in the right places of your business. Don't admit people who are not really swift to be customer service agents. It's not a good fit. They may be good somewhere else in your business, but not for customer service. The fourth point is lack of cleanliness. Listen, guys. A squeaky clean environment can be a game changer for most service businesses. Sometimes you walk into a business premise, and I mean, you look around, you're like, it's so dirty and it's not even enticing at all. You don't want to sit down. Imagine walking to a salon to do your hair and you see other people's hair on the floor. I mean, it just doesn't sit right with me. I don't know about you, but it doesn't sit right with me, and I will not sit in such an environment. If I walk into a restaurant and I find that the dirty plates, people have come and eaten and they've left, and the place is untidy, tables are nasty, dirty plates on the table, it just takes my appetite away, and I most likely will not sit down there to eat. Whether it's a barber shop, a school campus, a pub, a hotel, you name it, the environment has to be clean and welcoming at all times. But you have staff members who are so dirty, they don't even know how to be clean. Cleanliness, according to JRD Jakes, cleanliness is the hallmark of perfect standards, and the best quality inspector is the conscience. Some people don't have that conscience. They don't care, I mean, you walk into your business premises, for those who have businesses, and the staff are sat there and places are looking so shabby, the floor is looking dirty. It just makes me sick. It makes me sick. I had a restaurant back home in Cameroon, and one time a few friends got to me. They had stopped by to eat some achu, for those who know achu, and they complained to me that the person who served them the food was bare feet. I was like, wait. What did you say? The person who served you didn't have any shoes on. I was shocked. I said, this is a modern restaurant, La Classe. You, a servant, have the audacity to bring food to people in a modern restaurant. I mean, we're not in the village where the floor is made of mud and everyone understands that going around without shoes is something that you don't, I mean, it's not abnormal. You walk into a restaurant and someone brings your food to you without shoes on. Are you going to eat that food? My friends were like, nah, we're not having it. I mean, we love Seal. We want to give money to her business, but we're not having this. And they walked out and they told me. And I was like, my goodness, some people have the nerve. They will kill your business without any remorse, It's very sad. The parents of a popular elite boarding school recently. I mean, when I saw the video, I was shocked. I can imagine the parents who were there. Me watching on video, I had goosebumps. I was cringing. Like, what the heck? They went to this popular Catholic boarding school back home in Cameroon to pick up their students on the last day of school. So they decided to go and just look around where their kids are sleeping, and they went into the boys' dormitory. Oh my God. And it was a horror scene. There was feces everywhere, mold, water on the floors, the mattress. Oh my God. It was absolutely disgusting. It was disgusting. I mean, those kids needed to be taken to hospital for immediate checkup. That, like, their parents needed to see doctors like immediately. This is where your kids are sleeping. Are you joking? And then these parents were making these videos and saying, we want our money back. We want the principal and the Catholic education system to answer, and then imagine other parents watching this video. Do you think they're going to send their kids to that school? No. Who is going to lose? The school, obviously. They already have the infrastructure. They just need people to send their kids. And if they don't send their kids, who is going to lose? The school. Yeah. The school is going to lose. And as Disraeli rightly said, some people just do not have the instinct to be clean. Nah, they don't. And without the proper education and the desire to cultivate the habit of cleanliness, your business will suffer. And as Brian Tracy always said, to have a successful business, a good leader must learn to hire slowly and fire fast. So I've told you all these things. If you have any of these employees in your business right now, please fire them immediately. That's what I did. I fired this guy who was walking without shoes in my restaurant immediately. You should fire immediately. But the next person you want to hire, take your time, get to know them before you hire them for a service business. Hire slowly and fire fast. Take your time. Take your time, because bringing people into your business is like bringing them into some sort of a business culture. And if your business culture is one that upholds a high standard of customer service, and you bring this one bad seed into your team, the house of cards can just crumble. It can just crumble. It will crumble. This one seed can spoil the rest of your productivity, which was coming from the other staff members. You know how they say that bad character corrupts good character. So keep these kind of people away, and just make sure that you are more vigilant, and that from time to time you stop by your business premises, and also try to get feedback from your clients to make sure that some of these issues are noticed pretty early on, and then they are addressed as soon as possible. It's very important for you to do that if you want your business to succeed. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please leave a comment if you have any other thing to add, and kindly share it as well with your friends and your loved ones. I encourage you to go on our website www.youngandindependent.com. You'll find articles on how to create a business, what your business needs in order to grow, and many other useful information. You can join us on Facebook, where I share job opportunities, Young and Independent 35. Instagram. On Facebook, we're Young and Independent People, and we've got a YouTube channel as well, Young and Independent. Thank you so much, and until next time, do take care. Bye-bye.